sudden disconnection, restlessness, doors closing without warning. Ever wonder why everything feels like it's falling apart right when you're trying to grow spiritually? This isn't bad luck. It's not random. These are signs. God is preparing you for something bigger than you prayed for. And if you miss the signs, you might miss the blessing. Sign number 1, intense opposition before breakthrough. The moment you decide to grow, everything seems to go wrong. You get hit with setbacks. Doors that looked open slam shut. People turn on you. And worst of all, you start questioning if God even heard your prayer. But hear this, the attack didn't come because you're off track. It came because you're right on time. Before Joseph wore the crown, he wore chains. His brothers betrayed him. He was sold, accused, and imprisoned. It looked like failure, but it was all part of God's setup. The enemy attacks the strongest right before they step into their purpose. Why? Because he's not afraid of your now. He's terrified of your next. James 1:2-4 says, "When troubles come your way, consider it an opportunity for great joy. For when your faith is tested, your endurance has a chance to grow." This pressure is proof that something is coming, proof that you're being stretched for the size of the blessing God's about to drop in your life. Don't misread the warfare. Sometimes the battle is loudest when heaven is closest. Sign number 2, divine disconnection. You're losing people. Texts stop coming. Conversations feel shallow. Friendships that once felt like home suddenly feel distant or forced. And you're wondering, did I do something wrong? No. You're just in transition. Because when God is about to elevate you, He removes access to people who can't go where He's taking you. It's not rejection, it's protection. Think of Abraham. God told him, leave your country, your people, your father's household. Not because they were bad, but because the next level required separation. Some people are attached to your past, but they're not aligned with your future. So God prunes. And it hurts. You feel lonely. You wonder if you're being punished. But what you're actually being given is privacy for preparation. Even Jesus withdrew before miracles. Moses went up the mountain alone to receive God's instructions. And David was isolated in caves before he ever stepped into kingship. Sometimes divine promotion requires personal isolation. It's not that God is taking people from you. He's clearing space to pour into you. Sign number 3, spiritual restlessness. Everything looks the same, but nothing feels the same. The music you used to love feels empty. The routine that once excited you now feels dry. You're not depressed. You're disconnected from where you've been because God is stirring you for where you're going. This is spiritual restlessness. It's not confusion, it's transition. It's God agitating your spirit so you don't settle in a place He's calling you to leave. Think of Elijah. After calling fire down from heaven, he still found himself in a cave, anxious and unsure. But God wasn't done. He stirred Elijah's spirit, not with loud miracles, but with a whisper that pulled him into a new mission. That unease you feel, it's not always the devil. Sometimes it's divine discomfort. God's way of shifting your appetite away from what's safe so you'll start reaching for what's sacred. Isaiah 43:19 says, "For I am about to do something new. See, I have already begun. Do you not see it?" Restlessness is often the first sign that something is birthing in the spirit, and before God releases it, He'll make sure you no longer feel at home in your old season. Don't fight the shift, follow it. Sign number 4, unexplainable peace in the middle of chaos. Your job's uncertain, bills are piling up, friends are distant, but somehow you're not panicking. It's not denial, it's peace. A kind the world can't understand. You should be falling apart, but you're not. You've cried, but you haven't quit. You feel pressure, but also presence. That's the fingerprint of God. Because sometimes the loudest sign that He's about to bless you isn't the noise outside. It's the stillness inside. Philippians 4:7 says, Then you will experience God's peace, which exceeds anything we can understand. When this peace shows up, it's not just comfort, it's confirmation. He's near, He's working, and what's coming is worth the wait. Sign number 5. Doors start opening you didn't even knock on. You weren't chasing it, you weren't begging for it, but suddenly, it's in front of you. A call you didn't expect, an open door you didn't apply for, a moment that feels too aligned to be random. That's not hustle, that's heaven. Look at Esther. She wasn't born a queen. She didn't network her way to the palace. God positioned her, right place, right time, for a divine assignment she didn't even see coming. When God is ready to bless you, He doesn't need your resume. He needs your readiness. Proverbs 3:6 reminds us, "Seek His will in all you do, and He will show you which path to take." So if doors are opening and it doesn't make sense, don't second guess it. God's favor isn't logical, it's intentional. If you're feeling the shift, if doors are closing, your spirit is unsettled, and favor is showing up unannounced, don't brush it off. Don't call it coincidence. These aren't random signs. This is alignment. God is setting you up for something bigger than what you prayed for. But here's the real question. Will you recognize it or miss it trying to stay comfortable? Drop amen in the comments if you know God is doing something in this season, and share which sign hit you the hardest. This isn't the time to doubt, it's time to prepare, because when God is about to give you something big, He always sends a signal first.